Welcome to Super Showdowns, the ultimate destination for epic battles and legendary showdowns. Join us as we put iconic superheroes, villains, and mythological figures against each other in thrilling matches of strength, strategy, and skill. There are stories whispered in the hidden corners of the multiverse. Stories older than stars, older than gods, older even than the concept of beginning. Stories that tell of a time when law and chaos were not opposing forces, but a single unresolved vibration rippling through the void. From that vibration emerged two eternal destinies, order and ruin. One became the living tribunal, the supreme judge of all reality. The other became something unnameable, a malignant hunger dwelling in the cracks of creation, the inverse of all existence, the one below all. For eons uncounted, these two cosmic truths never collided directly. They existed in parallel, one guarding the balance of infinite worlds, the other lurking beneath them like the shadow cast by creation itself. The tribunal enforced order with absolute detachment, the one below all corrupted from below, whispering ruin into fractures of space, nurturing entropy like rot blooming beneath a polished surface. Their clash was inevitable, yet the multiverse prayed that the day would never come. But all prayers eventually go unanswered. It began when the tribunal sensed something impossible, an imbalance radiating from the below place, a dimension so deep and corrosive that even the Celestials refused to speak its name. The tribunal, accustomed to detecting threats before they manifested, felt something far worse than mere instability. It felt ascension, a power rising, a boundary breaking, a truth long imprisoned beginning to awaken with purpose. Across countless realities, stars dimmed for a fraction of a moment. Souls felt an indescribable pressure, like a cold thought passing through the collective mind of existence. Gamma energies across agamas convulsed violently. Entire pantheons peered nervously into the dark. The tribunal looked without blinking, and the below place stared back. The tribunal summoned its full-dimensional presence, not a projection, not an avatar, but its complete, overwhelming true form. The three faces, vengeance, necessity, and equity, glowed like burning suns of judgment, illuminating the court eternal. Its arrival caused the very fabric of the multiverse to crystallize in reverence. For when the tribunal acted with its full power, reality trembled like a defendant awaiting sentence. A stain rises where none should be. The voice of vengeance shook the pillars of creation, a force shifting beyond design. Necessity's tone rewrote probability. Balance demands inquiry. Equity spoke, and the multiverse obeyed. The tribunal reached through layers of dimensional strata, descending into the below place, a realm built not of space, but of despair. Its touch purified the filth of that impossible abyss. Yet only for an instant, something resisted. Something ancient, something hungry, something that had never been meant to rise. Then came the first pulse. A shockwave of corrupted cosmic energy blasted upward from the below place, shredding the dimensional membranes the tribunal used to observe. It was not power, it was anti-power, a force that unmade energy, unmade laws, unmade meaning. With every pulse, the multiverse groaned like a wounded beast. The one below all moves against order. Vengeance spoke with alarm, an emotion the tribunal was not meant to feel. At that same moment across infinite Earths, countless hulks screamed in unison as gamma surged violently through their veins. Celestials collapsed to one knee. Death herself paused in contemplation. Eternity's cosmic skeleton flickered. Even oblivion recoiled. Something inconceivable was happening. The one below all was rising in its true form, not through avatars, not through hosts, but directly. The tribunal attempted containment. Rings of multiversal law circled the below place, binding it like chains forged from necessity itself, but they began to crack. The tribunal, a being who had silenced abstract horrors with a gesture, suddenly felt its cosmic authority meet something immune to judgment, something beyond verdicts, something that preceded law. From the rupturing abyss emerged a voice, not loud, but infinite, echoing in every atom of existence. Order is a lie. Everything ends below. The voice of the one below all was not heard. It was felt, like the last whisper of a dying universe. The tribunal fortified itself, expanding far beyond its usual operating power. It called upon the raw architecture of the multiverse. Geometric laws, cosmic constants, temporal anchors, dimensional blueprints, every equation of existence aligned with its will. Yet the below place erupted. Black lightning streaked upward, fracturing the tribunal's bindings. Radiation older than reality spiraled outward. Darkness that was not absence, but a presence, an active devouring will began to rise. The one below all's true silhouette stretched upward, a monstrous incomprehensible tapestry of despair, hate, ruin, and hunger. Its rise bent space-time backward, warping creation around its ascent. For the first time in its existence, the tribunal stepped backward. The one below all had never intended to remain confined. It had waited, it had fed, it had grown, and now, for reasons unknown to the court eternal, it chose this moment to challenge the cosmic architect of balance. Perhaps it wished to erase order entirely. Perhaps it sought revenge against its opposite, the one above all. Or perhaps it simply desired what all shadows desire, the fall of the light that cast them. The tribunal spoke one final decree, echoing across the infinite. The one below all, you are summoned for judgment. The multiverse will not break under your rise. From the churning abyss, the dark replied, there will be no judgment, only ending. The tribunal's eyes ignited with golden cosmic fire. The below place erupted into boundless, hostile infinity, and thus the greatest clash in all of creation began, not as a battle, but as the inevitable collision of two opposing cosmic truths. Order had descended, chaos had risen. Reality stood between them, trembling like glass. The multiverse would never be the same. The collision began with no warning, no countdown, no flare of cosmic fireworks. Just impact, a clash of pure metaphysical forces, so vast that every universe shuddered under its weight. The living tribunal's three faces radiated raw cosmic judgment, transforming entire star fields into glowing sigils of law. The one below all erupted from the below place like a supernova of corruption, a towering mass of black writhing energy shaped from pure entropy and hate. The tribunal struck first. Three beams, vengeance, necessity, equity, lashed across the abyss, each beam capable of rewriting reality, erasing gods, and rebalancing universes. The blasts carved through dimensions, stabilizing ruptures and sealing chaos as they flew. They struck the one below all like hammers of cosmic truth. But truth meant nothing to the embodiment of ruin. The one below all absorbed the beams. The energy dissolved into its formless mass like rain vanishing into an endless ocean. Then came its counterstrike, a pulse of gamma void, an annihilating shockwave that was not energy but the absence of energy. It slammed into the tribunal, unraveling the binding sigils etched into its cosmic body. For the first time since creation, the tribunal staggered. The faces spoke in unison, their voices shaking infinite worlds. Unmaking of law detected, restoration protocols engaged. The tribunal rose to full stature, its true infinite form, spanning across entire clusters of universe. It summoned the structure, the underlying skeleton of the multiverse itself. Geometries of law spiraled outward, forming a cosmic diagram of absolute order. Every star, every timeline, every quantum path aligned. The one below all roared, a sound like the death of a trillion suns. Chaos surged. It infected the structure. Entire sections blackened and dissolved. The tribunal pushed harder. Rings of absolute cosmic authority encircled the monstrous entity, compressing it with forces that could crush eternity himself. Reality solidified like diamond around the tribunal's will, but the one below all was not bound by reality. It seeped through the bindings, like smoke slipping through cracks. Its form expanded, becoming a vast formless maw of darkness. It opened, not like a mouth, but like the concept of hunger incarnate, and unleashed a wave of annihilation that consumed the tribunal's law geometry piece by piece. The tribunal retaliated with a gesture. Entire universes ignited, transforming into golden firestorms of judgment. They swirled around the one below all, forming a cosmic furnace that could erase abstract beings from existence. Stars detonated, dimensions collapsed, the multiverse bent inward, focusing all stabilizing power through the tribunal. Yet the darkness only grew. From its void body erupted gamma tendrils, manifestations of the primordial force behind rage, destruction and death. They tore into the cosmic furnace, devouring the tribunal's universal fire. They wrapped around the tribunal's arms, its faces, its very essence. One tendril burrowed into the tribunal's chest. A shockwave tore across the multiverse. Countless worlds fell into sudden silence. The tribunal ripped the tendril out and retaliated with a decree powerful enough to shape the destiny of all existence. The one below all, you are sentenced to obliteration. It plunged the blade into the heart of the one below all. Light swallowed darkness. For a moment, a brief trembling moment, it seemed the battle might turn.
But the darkness adapted, the blade dissolved, eaten by corruption. The one below all reshaped itself around the tribunal's arm, climbing upward like liquid night. Its dark essence seeped into the tribunal's faces, infecting judgment itself. Order is a delusion. The voice rolled through all of creation. You cannot rule what was born to drown. The tribunal unleashed its highest form, the Absolute Trinity. The three faces merged into a single cosmic visage, burning brighter than the birth of time itself. A tidal wave of pure omniversal law erupted outward. It froze the dark tendrils. It shattered the void waves. It pushed the one below all back into the abyss. The tribunal advanced, cosmic fire blazing across eternity. But then something happened. Something the tribunal had never accounted for. The one below all stopped resisting. Its shape unraveled, turning into a storm of pure ink-black essence. It swelled exponentially, feeding on the tribunal's own stabilizing energies. Law empowered chaos. Judgment fed despair. The one below all grew. It became vast enough to blot out entire planes of existence. A void crown formed above its abstract head. Its presence dimmed. Eternity strangled infinity, silenced death, and cracked oblivion. It rose beyond the tribunal's jurisdiction, beyond cosmic law, beyond hierarchy. Then the darkness closed its hand. Countless gamma void arms wrapped around the tribunal in a crushing embrace. The tribunal struggled, unleashing every protocol, every decree, every cosmic authority ever designed. Nothing worked. Nothing mattered. Nothing could bind what was born to destroy. The one below all dragged the tribunal downward, through the structure, through the foundations of existence, through the membranes of creation, into the below place itself. Reality screamed. The tribunal's fire dimmed. Its faces flickered. Its cosmic armor cracked. The darkness swallowed its heart. The one below all spoke not with triumph, but with inevitability. All things fall, even the judgment that claims to stand above them. The tribunal struggled one last time, reaching toward the upper planes, toward the light of the one above all. But the darkness tightened, and the judge of all reality went silent. The one below all rose from the abyss, dragging the tribunal's fading light with it, absorbing the remnants of cosmic law into its infinite hunger. The multiverse trembled, not in anticipation, but in surrender. Order had fallen, judgment had broken, balance had died, and chaos ascended, wearing the crown of the unmaking. The one below all had won. Its shadow stretched toward the upper realms. Creation trembled, because now nothing remained to stop.